Hey everybody, David here and welcome back to the Angling Giant YouTube channel. Today we're at Woodhouse Grange, locally known. Today we're at Woodhouse Grange, locally known as Millionaire Micks, and we've drawn peg 30 on the Herron Lake. Now, we fished this peg once before, and it was a fairly average day. We fished this pond twice before. Once we got a third, and the other time we blanked in the middle of winter. It's going to be a tough one today, I think, because the weather is shocking. This wind is bad. But anyway, let's have a quick look at this peg, and we'll see what we've got going on. Right, so this is us, peg 30. On the Herron Lake. Now, we have got a good chuck. So we can fish over to that island if we want. I've been reliably informed we're aiming for about halfway. But we've set up 2 pole lines today. So we've set up just in front of us out there at 8 metres. And then towards Dino, who's just here, we've set up there at 11 metres. Both got about 5 foot of water in each of them swims, and then we're going to use maggot feeder, avoiding them posts there if you can see them. That's a sunken aerator and fish love to go between them posts, so we're going to avoid that. But we're going to go halfway to the point of that island slash head. Now, bait wise, it is a very, very miracle baits kind of day today, because we've got their new hooker pellets. So I've got these in 4 and 6 mil. I've got garlic, juicy tutti fruit, strawberry down there, Scopex and Banoffee. So today I think it's going to be these 4 mil garlic or the 6 mil Scopex that are going to do damage. We've then got Miracle Baits Ground Expander, and we have got some pellet crumb behind as well if we need to add a bit more beef to that. And then we've just got fishery 4s, 6s, micros and the good old maggot. If we do want method, got some bandit after some teddy fisher, and if we need to juice things up, even more miracle bait juice. So as I mentioned, them hookers are brand new, so we're going to be giving them a go today. Now, expander fishing isn't usually what we're good at, and we're going to give it a go. Like I said, we're actually on a blanking spree. We've had 2 carp sessions out, blanked, and we actually blanked at Messingham last week. I did record a video, but it didn't make it. There were no footage and I lost my temper too much, head went. So yeah, hopefully today is going to be a better day. But we're 5 minutes off time, so let's have a look. Shout it, Bill. Shout it, Bill. Dino's got fish crashing. So yeah, we're actually fishing with Dad and Grandad today. So Grandad is straight in front of us on that end. And Dino's over there, just near that tree. That's Dino, that's my dad. We're at Spare Rider today. We're not actually part of this autumn league, but we've come for a day out. And we're going to practice some sort of finesse fishing. I've stepped right down. We've got 016 main line and 011 up lengths, size 18s. I'm going to be expander, maggot. I'm going to be trying to get some silvers. But no, I don't. Shout it! There we go. Oh, now, that took some doing. So I'm going to start on this 11 metre line, fishing up to there. Now, let's have 1 cup of ground bait. Oh, right. I remember shipping down here today, Donovan. I've got 1 cup of ground bait and crushed expander here. And we're going to go over the top with that. Start off with on a 4mm Miracle Baits. I like Ooka. Fire! Yeah, they're garlic, them. 100% they are garlic. We have got toss pot on if we need to top that bait up. Oh, there we go, we're in. Feels good to be back on pole. As I was telling you about that Messingham trip last week, we were on Hollywood Bowl and we blanked. And I'd decided that I was going to fish rod only. And I needed a bit of practice and fishing up to bank and casting to island, things like that. And Hollywood Bowl, that's what you do, you cast at far bank. My God, it was a nightmare. We had a tech first put in and we lost that and then never had another bite. So we're hoping to avoid that today by getting a few. Now, we are doing this all solo. Camera woman Charlotte's not here today. It's far too windy, far too cold, you don't want to be sitting out. So it is just going to be a lot of head cam action. So it's probably just going to be catch shots, a little bit of commentary, let you know what's going off halfway type thing. But while we're here, the channel is going to change. We're going to be doing more cinematic edits rather than just me fishing like this live. We're going to try and get better quality, a bit more entertaining. But it does mean that uploads will slow down like they have, because I'm trying to get things sorted. But yeah, bear with me. The channel is going to get better, I promise. Big things are coming, hopefully. And hopefully we've got some fish coming today as well. So I'm going to get this swim going and hopefully we can see some elastic and some fish in that net. I'll catch you when we do. Hey guys, we're back. You're actually joining us and now I'm into March. I didn't hit record because, in fact I'll show you why I didn't hit record. I waited until we're having a better stamp of fish. But if you watch, this is all we can get. We've tried here, we've tried in front of us at the same distance. We've had maggot feeder and hybrid feeder with micros. And as of yet, this is the only swim we can catch on. And these are the only fish we can catch when one shows up. It's been perch and skimmers galore. But unfortunately they're all ounces. I bet we haven't got a pound of fish. And we were hitting and one a chuck. Dino's had one, he had a sort of 4 or 5 pound carp first chuck. And Ginny, who's 2 down, has had a right lump. We have seen a few topping near them 2 posts, but it is far. Oh my They're far too risky to fish near them. It's not worth it at all. So, yeah, you'll get a bite, but they're going to take you straight between them two posts and you're done for. So we've tried as miracle baits hookers over that spot, because if you remember that's what we first went out on. We weren't having any of it. There only seems to be tidal, isn't there? In fact, you can probably see just on them posts there's a great big common. It's basking on it. So like I say, if you cast over there, you're going to get bites, definitely. But unfortunately, you very low percentage of getting them in, because they will take you straight through middle of them posts and then you're knackered. All we can catch is nothing, because that perch is pulled off. Yeah, the more I see them carp playing there, look, the more tempted I am to cast to that. But it's not worth it. You know me, I'm gonna. And we're gonna get mad, we're gonna lose a feeder. And that's another perch. We're just bouncing off them. This elastic's far too stiff for a friggin' 3-4 ounce perch. They're not even getting on their maggots. Just battering it. Look at them fish there. It is so tempting. Cast there, absolutely locked up. Do we do it? Do we give it a go? We're going to need 1,000 of these. A 1,000 of them to get any kind of weight, mate. All we can pray is that these fish draw in some attention from carp, I suppose. Or we grow a pair of ballocks, we cast as method feed it, need that aerator, and we rag them out. Wouldn't be as bad if these bites were coming really quickly, really close in, so we could hit them, swing them in. Oh, Rowan is moving. Hit them, swing them in, carry on. But they're not, and we can't. Tell you what though, if this were a canal, we'd be doing alright, but it's not. It's a heavily stocked commercial with some huge carp in it. But we've done better than other week at Messingham because we've caught something. If naught else, we're going to get a laugh when they wear this netting. That's for sure. Lads will love seeing this. Oh, that was not a perch. I hit into that and started shipping back then, expecting it to be one of them little perch, and it weren't. So, we could be getting a bit of retention there. Might have been a decent sized skimmer, that one. One more bite and then that maggot's getting a quick refresh. And I'll make you a deal. Next time we see a fish top over there near them posts, we'll have a cast. Oh no. Still up. Guys, right, I made you a promise, didn't I? Where are we? Down here. Dear promise, I'm going to regret this. Just remind me when I'm swearing because I've lost my blinking hybrid feeder. This was my idea. Right, some of that on there. There, just so it falls off on top. Lock that up. And then we have got to strike fast, strike hard, and get a few turns on that reel before whatever we hook into it decides to go through them posts. Now we're going to feed that swim with pole pot. But I don't think I dare. Right, we'll give this 5 minutes, see if it goes round. It never went round. The fish is there still. It's topping a lot. I haven't got the confidence that whatever I hit into there ain't going to take me through the middle of them posts. And then realistically, only way to get over that is frigging stand on your box and hope you can lift your line off at poles and play it that way. What I am going to do is try one of these 6mm hooker pellets. It's a Scopex. And see if we can tempt some of them skimmers. So obviously they're still not match winning fish, but they're a lot better than them tiny little perch that we've been getting. And these bagger pots from Guru, quick release. Not releasing quick for me today. So we've got a 6mm hooker pellet and then crushed expander. So hopefully that should put them perch off. Yeah, we're giving a few indications. There's certainly nothing bigger than them perch out there in that swim, because they're not interested in this pellet. Now obviously we can step down and try a 4mm. And try a different colour, different taste. So that's a little test. Shove one of them maggots back on. And I'll just get a perch first. Sure. If so, we need to think of another tactic. We either need to stick with that method feeder, trying it into a carp. We had a couple of skimmers on maggot feeder, but again, no weight to them. Can try his line straight in front of us, and that brought note in. Right, let's have a think. Let's have a think. Hey dear. It's a tour today. Like I said, we're getting the fish. They ain't big enough. Well, I never. Perch has just attacked that at his feet. Do I go absolute tiddler bashing at the toes? Do I? I mean, the perch have turned into skimmer. I don't have one of them skimmers and sat now then. What's wrong with these friggin' hooker pellets? Tell the mates. So just as I hit record then, I pulled out one and it was definitely a better fish. We actually saw quite a bit of his elastic. So they might be moving in, there might be a snag there. We'll see. If that makes it out there, it's a miracle. What I've done, I've started feeding micros, just in toss pot, a generous helping like that. Still 3 red maggot. And like I said, the perch have turned to skimmer, and we had a bit of a bite then. You've probably noticed on channel as well that we've took up carp fishing. So autumn and winter fishing for me is a bit of a bogey subject. I'm not very good at it. I'm still getting used to it. And carp fishing has sort of piqued my interest. I've been watching a lot of Fish with Carl, Cal and Danny, and things like that. And you know, the sort of storytelling, cinematic, long form carp videos, and I'm like, I want to go at that. So we bought a setup and we started going. Now, unfortunately, including us carp sessions, we're on a 5-week blank. So just to be catching a few fish is nice. He says losing one. But ideally what we want to be doing here is catching some carp. It's all well and good catching a few silvers in a match, but Here we go, look. Keep net carp, heaviest thing at day. Which way is that going round? That should be that way. No. We're having a nightmare. So yeah, if you're not into carp fishing, sort of, you feel free to ignore them videos, you know what I mean? There will still be plenty of match fishing going on. What's happened here, man? So yeah, don't unsubscribe, don't think, oh, he's gone carpy. I haven't. But I will be doing a few reviews, and once this campaign sort of gets underway properly, and we get used to what we're doing, we know what we're doing, then yeah, there probably will be a few more cinematic type long form videos on that. Not quite as long as I'll, you know, me untangling a flipping pole float. Jesus, right, YouTube magic, cut to when this is done. So as you can probably tell, there's a little school of silvers just at my toes. And that's what we're catching out here, so I'm just throwing a few in there. At this point, it's worth doing this just for a laugh. And like I said, lads are going to come to weigh in and they're going to find this absolutely hilarious, so if you can't beat them, make them laugh. Oh, it's like the bigger perch, the yellow. Nice fish. Now then, that biggest fish at there, don't be buggering off. As I said earlier, if them fish were, you know, sort of at my toes and I was swinging them in, it might be worth it. Well, here they are. So literally, a flick of maggots there. There we go. And now we're fishing like completely over depth here. So you just got to watch that slice bit of movement. Hey, you. Got to be quicker than that. It's like that. Make sure they're not stuck on keep net. Flick out. In my head and in my style of fishing, I've always been told you never come off a feeding line. Now, to me, this is a feeding line. Like I say, river fishing, even a hard canal match, you'd be absolutely over the moon with this. On a big commercial where there's frigging £10 carp, not as much. That's a nice perch. Oh, it's not a perch, it's an hide. Hello. Just tried to pick my rod up, I said I'm in there. Now if these turn up, we will take them. Little greedy idlers. Take them all day at that range, 100%. Sorry, mate. Swinging you in, wind got you then, mate. I'm sorry. You're in that. I really want the bite to turn up there. That could be a solid tactic, that. I'm hoping you guys can actually see what's going on in front of me. So obviously I've got you on my head. And I need to make sure the camera angle's right for you to see. So if you can, just watch that float and you'll see it's not a wallop under. You're just watching for it dancing. Not like that. Literally, a nice toenail, dancey dance, little poich. Camerawoman Charlotte's going to wish you were now. She loves perch, bless her. And we're going to buy her a little drop shotting rod so we can go on canal and she can catch perch to her heart's content. Try a white maggot. That's a snag. That's not good. There we go. 'Cause I'm free. Right, these are getting a bit small now, so I'm going to persevere for a little minute. Just like I said, that hide showing up gave me a bit of probably false promise, but it gave me some hope. And you don't want to sit and watch this for, well, what's left of match 2 hours. So if this turns on, I'll come back. If we get bored, I'll come back. It's about half an hour swing of them roach and little perch in. Unfortunately no more eye turned up. And a carp swam through swim, weren't bothered about feeding, and it spooked them off. So we're back over on his 11-metre line over here. But there's not much. Not much at all. Got an hour and 5 minutes left now. And we really do need a few bigger fish. So if this don't produce a bite in a couple of minutes, I think what we're going to do is risk not in between them posts where they've been topping, but just off him to left hand side. I've been pinging 6mm pellets, and I'm going to drop the hybrid feeder over there in hopes that we can tempt one of them carp. Right, that's definitely not doing anything. I'm going to drop that hybrid feeder over there. See if we can't tempt one. Right. Let's risk it. And I'm gonna all but lock up. See if this goes. They are going to try and bolt through them posts because they know they're not daft. So it turned out that fish, I wish I were recording actually, weren't topping the rod, they were actually snagged up. So what I've done, I've cast over and managed to break the line that it was snagged up on, so it seems to have been able to move free now. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit on this method now. We've got it a couple of metres away from them sticks. It's been a tough old day. I'm not sure who's been catching. There's certainly nobody been pulling them out. Dino's had a few fish, no idea how big. Yeah, not sure what's happening. The camera's dying now as well, so I'm going to try and get it on charge so we can get some weighing footage or something. So yeah, see what happens. Yeah. If it were a canal match, I still want to win. Put it that way.
Old silvers there. Nice side.
Yeah, two nice side. I thought, oh, they've turned up, and they were just them two.
That's it. One after each other.
£6.14.
Better than I thought. Cheers.
Dave, back up. Big ring. £13. You lead it.
Dino.